Good morning and welcome to our feed of this game between PEI and Nova Scotia. We're off to a late start with a commentary. The game is already on the way. The current score is 30-1 after 5.1 overs, and we're out here at King City at the Canada National T20 Championship. Batsman facing us. Anthony, new to the crease, yet to score. Oh, my apologies. Sorry, it's Amit facing. It has been there for a bit. Drive, going down there, she get a couple of runs. Might only a single taken. Feel like it was because of the ball there, so only a single. The Nova Scotia fans are very vocal. They're few in numbers, but they're very vocal in supporting the team. Their pitch is keeping low today, but the run rate is, they have a healthy run rate so far. Bowler in delivers. She pushes it through home, picks up a single. 44-1. We're in the fifth over, final ball to fifth over. Bowler delivers. Knocks him on the pad, wooden on the leg side, confident appeal, but umpire is not interested. "44-1 after 6 overs. I'm joined the commentary booth by Mojave. Monali. My apologies, Monali.
Thank you, Rupert. Good morning to everyone tuning in this morning. We are, of course, coming to you from King City for TEI Nova Scotia. We apologize for the delay in getting the stream up to you. Just a few technical difficulties this morning. This is quite the start that Nova Scotia would have hoped for. 40-1 after 6 overs, just conceded 1 wicket. We are, of course, at the end of the power play. Quite the start for Nova Scotia after the high that they were on yesterday evening. What we would consider a top side in Alberta. We have changed the ground in King City. We are now on ground the pitch. The first spell was quite difficult. Yesterday, very hard to play some deliveries out bouncing at all. And the officials feeling that that was not a safe enough wicket to continue to play on. Anthony Lawrence to face the next over and Liam Sony into the attack. Liam Sony was quite handy with the bat yesterday as he comes into the ball, and that is short and outside off, and that is cut away. To the third man back, and that's been 4 runs. There was a fielder there, short third man, and that's what we beat him to the boundary. That's another 4 runs to Nova Scotia. Anthony Lawrence will be very happy with that. Not coming off the middle of the bat. However, runs are runs. It's a much nicer day at King City this morning. The sun is shining, it's warm, the breeze isn't quite as bad as it's been. Lawrence to face the second delivery from Sony. This time a little bit fuller, and that's driven out to the point fielder for a dot ball. The 2 fielders outside are long on and deep at wicket.
Guys can take charge of this area. Monali.
I'll keep running.
Chair is for you, right? You know, I transfer run out area, but the fielder made it back. The batsman made it back. Um, Nova Scotia's after a good start, but there's been a number of missed fields where the ball has trickled off to the boundary. And looking at the way the pitch is playing right now, I don't think it will be a case where scoring.
Oh, before you go.
So PI cannot afford to give away easy runs. Ball delivers. Ball stays low once again, barely carries to the keeper.
I'm okay for now.
As I said, the pitch is keeping low, even though Nova Scotia had managed to put 2 runs on the board. You can see that score will be a challenge. Bowler ins, delivers short, ball once again keeping low, but he drags it back past the bowler, picks up a single. Manali, I don't think this will be an easy wicket to score on, even though they're off to a fast start. But I can see that the ball's already keeping low, and as it progresses, I think it will even get lower than this. So PI should be in for a challenge. I appeal for stumped out, not out to the umpire.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Rupert. In fact, I would say this pitch is keeping lower than the pitch yesterday did. So, interesting call from the officials to move grounds. However, this is definitely going to be an uphill task for anyone batting on here. And with that, Nova Scotia, 45-1 after 7, currently going at 6.4 runs and over, looking at about 129 runs. However, we know Nova Scotia can bat. And more so than that, we know Nova Scotia can bowl. Their spinners yesterday did an absolutely incredible job against Alberta. Alberta, unfortunately, putting up 2 losses yesterday, Rupert. After a super over win, they've had a very dreadful day yesterday. And into the attack, Manny Dunwall, seen quite a fair bit of him this tournament already. Hoping to pick up another wicket off of the Nova Scotian batting lineup. Rupert, this is our first time working together, so we're looking forward to today.
Thank you. It's good to work with you. I can tell you from the look of things, it looks like it'll be an interesting day. It's a nice, beautiful, sunny day at King City. The pitch is not playing the best, but I think we'll have Nova Scotia is putting up a total. PI is going to have to work a little. That'll go delivers. That's the worst point in the runs, that ball. I think it will serve the ball as well to put the ball on the wicket and test the batsman.
That's pitched up, driven through the covers. There is protection out on the deep as long off comes into field. Just a single. PI obviously not too concerned about the singles. There are a lot of overs to go still. As long as we can keep those boundaries down, maybe restrict Nova Scotia to about 120. We've certainly got a game on our hands. That's pitched up. Amit Joshi throwing out to the point fielder. That is really good running from these two. Putting fielders under pressure. There's great intent and taking the quick singles. And Amit Joshi definitely happy to be part of the runs column today. He was a little unlucky yesterday, but he is now 20 off, or 21 off 20, sorry. Lawrence 7 off 9, and that's pushed up driven through the covers. And that is some good soccer play out there, and it is stopped at covers. So we saved a couple of runs. Final delivery of the over. This is a very good over from Dollywall so far. And that's a flighted delivery down leg, however, missing his line, and Anthony Lawrence says thank you very much as he sweeps that to backward square leg for 4 runs. Unfortunate for Dollywall, just not able to finish that over as well as he would like. Nova Scotia bringing up their 50 with that. 51-1 after 8.
Apart from that last delivery, you can see that Dollywall, if he remains on the ball, will challenge the batsman. His action is a little bit of a different action, but once he gets his line and length, you can see that he will challenge the batsman. The last day he got away from him, but it looks like with the way the pitch is playing, if he can pull the leg back slightly, he will be a handful for the batsman.
Priyam Soni into the attack for his second over, and Amit Joshi looking good. 21 off of 20. He's already hit 3 4s in that. This time flight it full, and Amit Joshi tries to go over the top, but unfortunately finds a outfielder on this occasion. Very unfortunate for Amit Joshi, and Nova Scotia lose their second. Priyam Soni will be pleased with that effort. He did bowl very well yesterday as well, and Nova Scotia 51 for 2 after 8 for 1 overs. Rupert, this is exactly the wicket that PEI needed at this time of the game.
I think it's a good wicket to get. It was the set batsman. I can tell you, it looks like if Nova Scotia can make it to 120, it will be a competitive total here. They were off to a good start, but PEI is starting to claw back. Their scoring rate is starting to shrink up, and now they're getting wickets. So if Nova Scotia intend to score in the 150 range, they'll need the batsman to start kicking on from here on in.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nova Scotia is going to look to rebuild another partnership. The last thing they want is to lose wickets in quick succession, because they have definitely had an incredible start to this innings. PEI very chirpy out in the field this morning. They're enthusiastic. It pumped up. It just picked up. Amit Joshi was going along very well. And the new man in for Nova Scotia, Nandi Vishnu. Nandi Vishnu, of course, is the captain. Captain out in the middle, taking strike. That's short outside off, and Nandi Vishnu just launches that keeper. Quite unfortunate in the runs column yesterday. Not able to play the knot that he would hope for yesterday, and that is going straight back to the bowler. You know, Rupert, I gotta say, I'm very, very impressed with some of these smaller provinces. The standard of cricket, the enthusiasm that they've come in here with has been fantastic to watch. That's a flighted delivery. Outside off. Up to the wide. Nandi Vishnu is a little young player on the wide line. However, those arms stay down.
I think the bowler's doing a fantastic job challenging the new batsman. Here he comes off the ball. Missed drive, but he did get an inside edge to backward throwing to pick up a quick single. The bowler is the run rate has dried up. If PEI can snag another wicket here quickly, they will put themselves in a good position. I can tell you both bowlers that came on has changed the tone of the game, and PEI is starting to slow things down here and making some inroads.
Priyam Soni with his fifth delivery again, short outside off, and Nandi Vishnu just not able to capitalize on that. Sorry, correction, that is over. Nova Scotia 54 for 2 after 9. And Anthony Lawrence, now the man that's been out there for a few more deliveries than his captain, Nandi Vishnu. I'm sure they're going to look to him to anchor this innings. He's 11 off of 12. He's hit two fours off of that. But you hit it on the nail, Rupert, when you said that these two bowlers have completely changed the pace of the game. And we've seen that so often in this tournament. As soon as the spinners come on both ends, it has been very hard to get that ball away. The ball's keeping low on this pitch. It did in the other one as well yesterday. But it's supposed to be a very nice and sunny day. If there is any moisture out there, it should dry.
It should dry up, but the runs have dried up. And here comes Wall again. Bowls. He's straight on the leg side, tucks in, but there's a fielder there. Saves the single. Wall is straight a little bit to the leg side. That's the only place he's giving away runs. You can see that he will be an handful if he can manage to correct his line. His bowling has been good, but he needs to correct the line. He's straight up to the leg. He delivers again. Pitches it up, back to the ball, no runs. Once again, Nova Scotia is trying to break out of the shackles that have been put on them by PEI. After a brilliant start, PEI is fighting back. Wall in delivers outside the off stump. Read the batsman will also feed the keeper. A bye is given. Beat everybody there. Bye single.
Fortunately, a few buys to the PI keeper. But Dalio won't be too upset with that. The ball is keeping low. More surprising points the batsman and the keeper will have a fusion. Dalio in.
And he's
And that is a dolly of a catch. Unfortunately, Anthony Lawrence is going to need to come back. A very, very simple catch given to the short cover fielder. Not the greatest delivery, Rupert.
actually it was an overpitched ball. The ball was in the slot, but the batsman for some reason held his shot. He didn't continue his shot, and in the end just gave a gentle catch to man in cover. Easy out, and PI, as they say, is clawing their way back. After a whistle from Nova Scotia, the bowlers from PI have clawed themselves back, and now I can say that they're the one that should have whistled.
Yeah, Nova Scotia, 53 for 3, 9.4 overs. Anthony Lawrence, unfortunately, just getting 11 runs off of 13 deliveries, 2 fours in that, but not able to turn it to the big score that he would hope for. Actually, going back to that prize that we just had, this is an observation even yesterday that I made of the PI keeper. Unfortunately, he just gets up a little too quickly, not rising with the ball, and a lot of eyes on yesterday's occasion as well.
With the wicket keeping low, it will serve him well to stay down as long as possible. But he is getting up early. Here comes Dollywall delivers. And he clean bowls him. Clean bowling. Dollywall is doing it. Another pitched up ball. Completely beat the batsman and clean bowl him. PI is making that final.
2 wickets in quick succession. Not even get around to
getting another
the
mic.
new man in. That was Monday
Oh,
Beardard,
that's not just
unfortunately
always
heading
they go
back
to
for a duck off of his
you know,
first
tomorrow,
delivery, and
how
that
many
was an
units
amazing yorker from Manny Dollywall. Flighted at full, and unfortunately Beardard just not able to read that or get his bat down on time. Dollywall now on a hat trick, and PI picked up his 4th. Nova Scotia 52 for 4, with the delivery to come in this over. Rupert, we saw the first hat trick of this tournament yesterday, and it was also a PEI bowler. Ahmed picking up that first hat trick yesterday. Can they do it again today?
I think it's a good chance. Dollywall seems to have found his line and length, and the new batsman walking in. Dash Talwal is walking in. He has to try the first job is to keep that ball out to prevent the hat trick. But the PI are with their tails up right now. Dollywall looking to pick up the hat trick.
Yeah, Dollywall and PEI will certainly be very excited to pick up another hat trick. Dutch Tovar, all the pressure on him. There's one delivery coming this over, and Dollywall, apart from the first delivery, straight down leg, has looked very, very formidable.
Dollywall picked up his wickets with the Yorker and the pitched up ball, but the way the wicket is playing here, I think the batsman would be in trouble if he just pulls the length back short, a little bit shorter. Here he comes, delivers, and he beats him, but misses stumps also. Well bowled.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You pull that length back a bit, and the batsman's going to expect the ball to rise accordingly. However, this pitch not rising at all. Everything is kept so low. And Nova Scotia, 54 after 10 overs.
PEI has done well to restrict the scoring and pick up wickets. So after a good start, Nova Scotia is grounding. It's all PEI right now. The Nova Scotia fans have quieted down considerably, and now you're hearing the PEI fans making a noise. Here you go.
Priam Sony to continue for his 3rd over. There's protection at long on, long off, deep mid-wicket, a deep cover. That's a flighted delivery, slow, driven out to the long outfielder for a comfortable single. And that brings Dexter Lahr onto the strike. He has only faced one delivery, the hat-trick ball in the last over, looking to get off mark.
Both bowlers are operating with an economy of 3 and over. That indicates to you that they've put some handcuffs on Nova Scotia. The new batsman in the crease is faced in a bowler that isn't his third over and has found his line and length. Let's see how we challenge him here. Delivers outside the off stump. He's driving to cover, picks up a single. He's asking for 2, and he gets it comfortably.
It looked like it might have had legs to make it to the back. Just didn't have enough legs on it at the end as the outfield slowed that ball significantly behind point.
The new batsman is looking positive. This is probably in the last little while most positive I've seen a Nova Scotia batsman. Delivers outside the off. He's beating him inside the bat. Just pushing at it outside the off stump there, turning past the bat, collected by the keeper.
Yeah, certainly some turn there. Rupert got some drift. He is fighting it. Some good variations from Priyam Soni.
And once again, it's keeping that to 3 and over. He hasn't given up much. And here he goes, delivers. Tried it again. Driven past the bowler for a single. When I say this is Nova Scotia best over in a little while, it's only best by 1 run. They haven't been able to up the scoring rate.
Yeah, unfortunately, those boundaries have completely dried out after the wicket of Amit Joshi and Anthony Lawrence up at the top.
Delivers, flights again, driven past the bowler again, another single. There's been no big hits in the last little while, nor attempt at big hits. They're just pushing it around.
But I don't really think Thea is going to mind the singles at this stage. They've certainly brought themselves back into this game, picking up 4 quick wickets as Soni comes in for his final delivery.
And he pushed that through fast and completely beats the batsman. Right now, the projected score has dipped to 108. We were looking, I think Nova Scotia was looking at a projected rate of 123. Now it's gone the other way. I think if they can get to 125, 123, it will be a competitive score because the wicket is keeping on.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That wicket is going to be tricky for all of the teams that end up playing at this ground today. Nova Scotia, 58 to 4 after 11. Dhaliwal coming in for his third over of this spell. Oh, it's fantastic so far. Just the 6 runs off of 2 overs, 1 maiden, and 2 wickets. And he was on the hat trick the previous over.
Yes, Dhaliwal looks like a handful. Nova Scotia has not convincing against him. And here he is again. Delivers. Straight down the leg side, good stuff by the keeper to save extra runs there. Wide signal by the umpire.
Yeah, unfortunately, similar to the start that he had in the previous over, straight down leg. However, Rupert, he's got an interesting action when his arm follows through. Partly the reason why he's getting the ball down leg.
Yes, he needs to stop further down the strategy, down the leg side again. This time he keeps the keeper wide. So White's looks an extra run. His arms is falling towards the leg side, so he needs to start pitching the ball from outside the off stump, but he's not doing that.
Yeah, certainly coming across his body, going down leg, and unfortunately that ball is deep. It's following the same line, and if that is a line he wants to try and hit, he's got to try and pitch it outside off.
Here he comes, delivers, and he does push it outside off, but this time he's driven through covers. They're looking for 2, and they should get it. Good run in between the wickets there.
Yeah, this has been great intent from Nova Scotia with running in between the wickets. They have challenged the fielders of PEI whenever they could.
Yeah, Dhaliwal looked like he's a handful, but right now this over, he's looking a little bit more sloppy than he was before. Here he comes, he delivers. Outside the off again, beats the batsman, beats the keeper, and beats the fielder. Oh, trickles over the boundary. Four byes. Four byes. It's not. They were holding them tight, but this ball just beat the batsman, beat the keeper, and the man in deep was also beaten. PEI has been a little less than stellar in the field. They've given a few extra runs here.
Yeah, you're right about the fielding. Unfortunately, we saw the same sort of fielding from PEI yesterday, and you would think that we could blame that on the wet conditions yesterday, but today it continues. That's driven out into the cover, no harm done, just with a drop ball.
Yeah, you would expect the man on the bounce to just get behind the ball. He didn't put his body behind the ball, and it trickled through for four guys. So that ball beat everyone in the side. Here comes Wall, delivers outside the arc, and shooting two covers for a single.
Dollywall doing a good job with the variations. He's certainly varied his pace. Some around slower, glided on this last occasion, quicker through the air.
It'll be interesting to see how many extras PEI has given up. The bowlers are keeping things tight, but then they ease the pressure off with the misfields. Here comes Wall, delivers, and right on the middle stump, straight back to the bowler. The bowlers are keeping things tight, but the field is letting
Yes, doing a fantastic job. Unfortunately, just not getting backed up as well as they would like to their fielders. It's the final delivery flag at this time, slower ball, and they run through pretty quick slow. Nanda Vishnu, the captain, is 4 runs off of 11 deliveries. We should look to push on a little bit. We are now at the end of the 12th over in Nova Scotia, 69 to 4.
It seemed like Wall is pitching the ball up, but I think he would test the batsman a little if he can pull it back a little and maintain that off stump line. If he doesn't pulls the leg back a little and prevent that drive, he can have the batsman in some trouble. We have a new bowler on. New bowler number 44. Trying to locate number 44 here in our program. I don't see a 44, but new bowler delivers on the leg, turn down the leg set for 2 runs. Drifting onto the pile and just nudged down the leg set for 2 runs. Just Park Patel is a new bowler. Another spinner into the attack.
Yeah, the spin attack for PEI has been quite successful. They were able to put the pressure on against the competition yesterday. Certainly looking to do the same against Nova Scotia. But you know what, Rupert, I gotta say, it's quicker to the outside off, and that's cut straight to point. Unfortunately, not on top of that. Nova Scotia has looked more confident than that this morning. Giving a very lofty ball to
Umpire has spun his fingers up. Edge the true to the keeper. Good catch by the keeper there. It's and I say once, as soon as it looked like Nova Scotia starts getting the scoring going, they lose a wicket, and PEI is not letting them back up today.
PEI now taking the 5th wicket. Nova Scotia 71 for 5, and unfortunately for Nova Scotia, that is their captain, Nanda Vishnu, walking back. Just the 6 runs today off 14 deliveries, not at the strike rate that you want to be at in a T20 game.
Yes, they need somebody to start taking the fight to the bowlers right now. It looks like PEI is making everything happen. And besides the first couple of overs when Nova Scotia was scoring at a healthy rate, the rate has bogged down and they've lost wickets. New batsman to the crease. There's Arun. Arun Nag, new batsman to the crease.
Yeah, PEI picking up crucial wickets at crucial times. Unfortunately, just paying away at Nova Scotia. Just not able to build the partnerships that they would have hoped for to try and set them up for big total towards the end of this innings. Now in the 13th over, unfortunately, they're very close to the tail end of their batting. Most of their experienced batsmen out in the hut already.
It's an interesting matchup with a lefty going into Fart. Fart has just started his over, but with a lefty, I think you'll be happy to see a lefty as he turn the ball away from the left-hander. Here comes Fart into a room. Oh, he gave him a gift. Full toss on the shoulders. There's a no ball and 4 runs. So you don't want to give a new batsman a gift like that.
Certainly don't. That's a no ball, 4 runs and a free hit, Rupert. 3 hits, and you just come into bat.
It's just coming to bat, and it's you get a dolly of a full toss, and not just a dolly of a full toss. It's a free hit, no ball, and he managed to put the dolly of the full toss away, so he had a chance to double up on the scores.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a license to go for it. Of course, the only way you can get out is run out off of a free hit. Just a quick chat with his batting partner, Dutch Tovar, getting a bit of a game plan going for this free hit.
And once again, the extras is being the undoing of PEI. Keep things tight, and then they give extras. There he is, and he goes hard at the free hit. Should only pick up one.
Yeah, look to go up and over the covers. There is protection. There's a deep cover fielder there. Not very expensive in the end. Park Patel off the free hit. However, that 4 runs off the full toss, still putting a dent in his economy rate.
Especially when they have things so tight and under control. To give up 5 runs to the one ball is not as much. Here comes Park, delivers. For a defensive goes the last one back to more runs there.
Yeah, great comeback from Park. One delivery to go in the over. Park did pick up the 1 wicket earlier in this over, looking to replicate that. That's flighted full. Even down to the long on fielder for another single as Nova Scotia now 78-5 after 13 overs.
And for Nova Scotia, with Arun just coming in and a quick injection into the inning, he's currently striking at 250, which we haven't seen at all. If he can maintain this, Nova Scotia will be very happy.
Yeah, very impressed with PEI's bowlers this morning. They did have a solid partnership, Nova Scotia in the opening pair. However, PEI did not let them bring themselves down. They backed their bowlers. They were loud in the field. They've cheered each other on, and just like that, picked up 5 quick wickets.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that their last over got a little loose. They ended up giving up some runs. I think his economy is up to 9. We haven't seen that. Most of the economy rate has been around 3, maximum 4. The projected runs for Nova Scotia now is 120, back up to 120, and they'll be happy to get to 120 as a team.
And in now from the south end is Sufyan Chaudhry. He's bowled 3 overs for 15. Very handy with the ball yesterday. That's a flighted delivery on the leg stump as that's just played out to square the leg. There's some confusion between batsmen. It looks like they're going to get there comfortably. 2 quick runs, and that is poor fielding from PEI. The ball, 2 fielders on it, just not able to get it in quick enough.
Yeah, PEI has not looked sharp in the field. In fact, I would say right now that seems to be the weakness in their game because their bowlers have been pretty good, but they give up a lot of in the runs and let up a lot of the pressure. Once again, a quick single. The fielders start to react.
Very, very good running here. The fielder, yeah, absolutely slow to react on the back foot. You know, Rupert, I did notice, we watch all the teams warm up before the game starts, and I was watching PEI warm up on the first day, and one of their drills, you know, the player hit the ball out to them along the ground, and absolutely everyone going down on one knee to field. Unfortunately, that's old school cricket now.
Right, at this level, you expect people to be on their feet always or getting back on their feet as quick as possible. I can tell you, seeing the PEI fielders are reacting slow to the ball. The anticipation does not seem to be as on point as it should be.
With a flighted delivery, and this is ported out to deep backward square. They come back for two. There's a shot, and the first time is out. Oh my dear Lord, very, very unfortunate for Nova Scotia to lose a wicket off of a run out.
And we're talking about that Finlander. Someone just pulled off a brilliant throw into the keeper, right on target as he should be, and picks up the run out.
That, unfortunately, is going to bring up Nova Scotia's sixth wicket, 81 for 6.
And that also was a brief stay for Arun, who, as I said, was the batsman that had the high strike rate going so far. But he didn't last long. He lost his wicket to a run out. They were being positive with the running. And that one, it looked like the run was on, but somehow it fielder made a brilliant throw into the keeper. And he made no mistake in putting up the strike.
And quick flat throw, and unfortunately, Arun Nag walking back 6 runs off 3 balls for him. Just at 1-4, the free full toss from Parth Patel on his first delivery. 3 deliveries to come in the over. Nova Scotia still got plenty of overs to bat, but unfortunately that wicket problem's not on their side anymore.
It seemed like Nova Scotia got the 40 very quickly, and then after that, it was just stirring it along to try it. Now they're at 82, but the first 40 runs came in, seemed fairly easily, but the rest has been a struggle.
The new man in, Zishan Ansari, to face the 4th delivery from Chaudhary. Playing off the back foot. Another dark ball. For Zishan looking to get to the other side. Get Dutch Tawar on strike. He's now 10 off 13. Been out there for a few deliveries.
I'm not familiar with the Nova Scotia player, but I think this is a good time for, if they have a big hitter back in the park, I think this is the time for them to inject some power into the innings. They need a few bounces here.
Yeah, Rupert, you talk about boundaries. There's a lot of confusion between the running there. I'm sorry, looking to get off the mark, just wants to get to the other side.
Yeah, they haven't hit a boundary in quite a while. I couldn't tell you the last over I saw a boundary. Here comes delivers, push back to the ball and no runs.
Yeah, certainly not hitting the boundary on their own terms, just that 1-4 with Parth Patel over, which was a shoulder high full toss. And that brings Nova Scotia to 82 for 6 after 14 overs.
You got 6 overs to go here. What can they put up in 6 overs? Can they, the last 6 over, go at 10 and over? Get 60 in there? What can they do? Right now, they're scoring at a rate that says they will make it with 120, but they haven't shown any positive intent in the last couple of balls. Can they turn things around?
That's Tawar to face. Second over from Parth Patel. Sloppy work again from this time from the bowler. He's driven straight back in and but right through his hands for single.
I don't think PEI is going to mind this at this point. I think if they can continue at this rate, the target should be around 120, the maximum 120. I think boundaries should be the biggest concern right now for PEI, not giving up boundaries.
Righted delivery full. That squared it out. Sends a point field and for another double. Nishan, sorry, just not looking as comfortable out there as Nova Scotia would have hoped for.
I think they have to show some more intent. They have to take a chance to score runs. You can't score and just poking around. Here comes delivers. Once again, push the coverage. Fielder slip, but still stop the ball.
Yeah, Rupert, I was having a chat with the PEI president yesterday. Pointed on the off stump, again driven out to point to hits the delivers at all 5 fields.
They can't seem to find the gaps. They can't seem to find the boundaries. They can't seem to score. What can Nova Scotia do? Maybe it's time for some tricks.
Guarded full again. So the PEI president, and in fact Nova Scotia's all had conversations with their teams, they don't have any turf wickets in those provinces.
Okay, that might explain that they're new to this type of wicket. Artificial is much more it's easier and more predictable to play on. And maybe these players are just not used to the turf wicket. It might be reflected in the way they're approaching things right now. They haven't been able to get the ball off the center.
Nova Scotia 93 for 6 after 15. Nishan Ansari, he has yet to get off the mark. 8 dots that he's faced.
At this stage of the innings, you cannot afford to have 8 dots in a row. It's not going to be a team any good. Nova Scotia needs someone to score some quick runs. They need to take that target, that projected score, to at least 125 to have a chance.
Yeah, Rupert, I mean, first of all, they're not used to playing on turf. Second of all, they're playing on turf that keeps low.
That is true. It hasn't been an easy wicket to bat on, as I mentioned earlier on. Right off the bat, it was staying low. That has not improved. I think it's probably gotten worse. And bowlers have been on target. I think if PEI can analyze their inning and they realize how much runs they actually gave away in what I would call unforced errors, they gave away a lot of runs, buys, and misfields. And with the score the way it is, I would guess would be around 20 runs probably giving away in fielding mistakes.
Into the attack for his final over. Priam Soni has gone beautifully so far. It's glided, and that's been pulled wide. I mean, not the best angle, Rupert. However, that didn't look that far outside that off stump.
No, it didn't, but I think Nova Scotia will be happy to have that. Here it comes, delivers. Set the awesome again. It was not a very convincing shot, but he picked up a single.
That brings Ansari, the man under pressure, yet to get off the mark, about to face his 9th delivery. This is going to be a relief shot, I think.
I think you need a relief shot. You got to take a chance. Here it comes. He delivers. Straight to the fielder, no runs again, and the dot ball continues.
So I was talking to Amit Joshi from Nova Scotia yesterday, and he said after the first day they all went and bought some spikes.
Well, they didn't even have spikes. And he pulls it straight to the fielder, only a single. The ball seemed to have held up in the wicket there. He was ahead of that shot. Managed to get it down to mid-wicket, only for a single.
And I'm sorry, finally off the mark after 10 deliveries. Yeah, they didn't have spikes. I guess you don't really need them if you're not playing on turf.
No, but I think we should do home. Oh, drop catch. Straightforward catch. It's almost like the fielder was not aware of what was happening on the field. As I mentioned earlier on, the PEI fielders don't seem to anticipate the ball, just seem to react to it. And this was a case, again, where the guy in covers, who's supposed to be one of the top fielders, just seemed to react to the ball a little late. Oh, that one popped on him.
Where did that bounce come from?
All the balls have been staying very low, and all of a sudden this one hit a spot and just popped up and hit the batsman on the helmet.
This is going to be a compression check, of course. Now with the new regulations, anytime the ball hits the helmet, there has to be a compression check. And Rupert, I was very disappointed with that extra cover fielder. That ball was not hit that hard. He went at it one-handed, almost surprised. And it came to him.
It's almost like a player that was not in the game, was not paying attention, because when that ball was hit, it was a straightforward shot, and somehow at the last minute, he stuck one hand half-heartedly to the ball instead of going both hands to the ball.
Yeah, Nova Scotia still one delivery face in this over from Graham Sony. Zishan Ansari just taking a ball to the helmet. That unfortunately kicked on from nowhere. The pitch has played very low this whole game, but that delivery on the occasion, bouncing quite unpredictably.
You know, even though I'm talking about the Nova Scotia not being able to score, we have to keep in mind that this wicket is not playing the best, and any runs that's on the board is going to be is runs scored. It's going to be a target to chase, and the way the wicket is playing is always going to be a challenge here. They're still checking the batsman. They're doing the standard protocols, checking the finger, the eyes, making sure that he can follow the finger. Likely changing the helmet also.
Nova Scotia has taken about 3 to the helmet between yesterday and today, from what I've seen. I don't think they have enough helmets and kickbacks for this.
As you say, with turf is not as predictable as playing on artificial turf, and it might be a spot there, a bit of a rough spot that the ball got into and popped up on. We're just on a bit of a break as we check on the field. Still, he's exchanging his helmet. Both men on the field. For some reason, after this, he's turned the helmet in and going to attack.
I'm sorry. He needs all the confidence he can get right now. Taking one on the helmet, 11 deliveries, face for 1 run.
But so contrary to popular belief, you got hit on the head and the helmet protected you. But now you got rid of the helmet and you go to a cap. It might be a bit of a bravado here, and trying to give a message to the bowler that I'm more confident than I am. He's not scoring, and he got a hit on the head. Got rid of the helmet instead of keeping it on.
You know what, Rupert? Maybe the helmet was coming away.
Oh, it could be covering his eyes. It was hitting the helmet. So let's look for Zishan to hit a big 6 now after getting rid of that obstruction from the helmet.
He's got 1 delivery in this over to do it. 15.5 overs. Priam Sony going to try and put some pressure on this final delivery of his spell. He's gone for 15 off 3.5 and picked up 1 wicket.
He might also have been given the green light to go for it, because we're approaching the 16th over. Only 4 of us to go there, and they need to put some urgency into the scoring.
This is quite a long delay in the game. We do have 3 back-to-back games on this ground. We cannot afford slow over rates.
Actually, I'm not even sure what's holding up the game right now. The batsman has obviously indicated that he's okay. He doesn't want the helmet. He doesn't want any medical attention. So I'm not sure what's the hold up right now. I see the medical staff with the kit bag, but the batsman in the middle seems to be okay. We have people here from St. John's Ambulance seem to be making their way onto the field, so I'm not sure if there's something we're not aware of. Yes, they are going onto the field. Maybe it's for an official concussion check. Just heard one of the game officials said there's 5 minutes for a concussion check, but it seemed like this has been more than 5 minutes. Yeah, we're trying to figure out now. The medical staff is slowly making their way onto the ground. No urgency there, so can't. Fever doesn't seem to be complaining too much, but they have to officially check into concussion.
That's the conditions.
It wasn't a fast bowler, it was a spinner, but he was hit on the head, so all precaution has to be taken.
While we're in this delay, might as well hear a few thoughts from the coach of Nova Scotia. I'll have you introduce yourself for the viewers.
Hi everybody, my name is Reese Telly. I'm the head coach of Nova Scotia. I know it's a pleasure to be here and a fantastic tournament arranged by Cricket Ontario and Cricket Canada, and kudos just have to go to them for organizing the tournament and the way they have.
Is there any words you've given to your players at this stage of the game? You only have 4 overs left. What's the instructions you're giving to your players?
Well, it's important to pack the 20 overs, right? And these two guys have done it before, to up the score rate as well. But the key thing now for us is just to pack the 20 overs and get as many runs as we can.
Okay, so the both batsmen, they're known to be quick scorers or are they big hitters?
Oh yes, Dutch is a senior player in the side, and he has been here for the last 4 years. Bringing at the national tournament, and he knows how to up the score rate as well as Z as a big hitter. So Z knows how to hit the ball. But the instructions for them was just to add the 20 overs and to hit the bat all the way.
Okay, so in the last 4 overs, how much are you looking to score, approximately?
Well, the bonus would be like 25 runs or one, so that the target would go to about 120. 120 is a good target for us as well to defend because we have the opponents to do the job.
Okay, we're back to live action. 120 looking to score, and that's their projected rate. Here we go. Delivers. Pushed up to the point, no runs. Let's field again.
Nova Scotia wins 7-6 after 16 overs.
And then we heard the coach saying they'll be satisfied with 120. I mentioned, I think 125 would have been a good target. 120 is not much difference. The wicket is tricky, and the coach, as you mentioned, would be satisfied with 120. They're on a target to do that, but a couple of quick boundaries will give them a cushion that they will find useful.
Nova Scotia, of course, causing the first upset of this tournament, beating a very strong Alberta side yesterday. I'm sure you were very, very pleased with that effort from your team.
Oh yeah, I was pleased with the guys' performance and stuff like that. We always help ourselves and I don't watch that because at the end of the day it's the team that shows up and play. And if we do hold our goals right there and we do our job, we almost certainly get totally control what we can control and to utilize our skills in the best way possible.
Okay, so Nova Scotia, as they mentioned, is trying to battle the 20 overs to get to 120. Here comes Bart, delivers, and he goes big. The miss hit, chance of a run out. Fielder didn't take a shot at the wicket. There was a chance there, didn't take the opportunity.
Sorry, looking to get under that delivery and slog sweeper. However, he has yet to find the middle of that bat. Rupert
With the wicket keeping low, it'll be challenged to hit, and he comes on the crease again. Goes hard, that's an outside edge, and will take it anywhere he can. It might goes off the four. 4 runs. 4 runs. 4 runs.
I used to play for the Tigers.
Outside edge there, but it's probably one of the few times we've got seen a boundary in a while. Even though it's an outside edge, the batsman will take it.
A very, very welcome boundary for Nova Scotia. That's the ball. Now we're on to 18 of 19. And Rupert, believe it or not, he's going to 19 deliveries, and that's his first boundary.
Boundaries has been a challenge, and I think it's probably testament to the low wicket. Here comes Park again. Delivers pitched up, and he's driven back past him. Should be a single. Misfield again. Bobbled it, but he did manage to get it back. Held it to 1.
And there again in the field, what I was talking about earlier, the fielder, a long on going down to one knee, just getting his body behind him, hoping that his body can stop that ball.
Here comes Park, and delivers pitched up, goes hard, once again on the ground. And you're right, on his knees again, bobbles the ball again. For some reason, they've taken their eyes off the ball, they're not picking it up cleanly. It seems like every ball in the field is being bobbled.
And that brings Nova Scotia to 95% off the 17th over. 3 overs to go. Nova Scotia, we heard from their coach, looking to get to at least 125 runs. We're going to need some big hits to get there at this point.
You can see the intent has changed. They're looking a lot more positive with the bat. But somehow they cannot get that elevation because the pitch is staying low. They cannot get the elevation they're looking for, and everything is being kept within the boundaries. But the contact with the bat and ball is starting to be a little more solid too. So the next 3 overs might surprise the coach. They might get it past 120.
Yeah, the intent has certainly changed between these two batters. They're trying to be more aggressive. They're trying to run aggressively between the wickets.
And you can't blame them with the way the way PEI is bobbling the ball on the field. I think they should always challenge the fielders.
Yeah, absolutely, Rupert. Not very many clean pickups from the fielders of PEI. As we see players being readjusted in the field, we've got a long on, a deep mid wicket, a deep square leg, a deep short, or a deep extra cover, third man, point, a short extra cover, and a long off.
Comes the ball, delivers, full toss, only a single, straight to the fielder. It was a full toss, but it wasn't above waist high. Pace is back on the ball.
Zishan Ansari, unfortunately, missing out on that full toss on the occasion, just not able to get the elevation he would have hoped for to clear that boundary. The boundary, of course, fairly large down that way. And that is played up pitch. There is a fielder long off, but it's going to fall safe. A lot more aggression in this batting.
It's about time. It's about time. You need to see that type of aggression. They have to take a chance, and they're doing so now.
Boundaries left to right of the pitch, fairly long, not as long as if the fielder's trying to go straight, and that is well
Chance for a run out. He's still halfway down the pitch, but the fielder is not interested in trying for the run out.
And they certainly don't want to give away any overthrows. They have been stopping the field. There is no protection on the inner circle on the leg side apart from that one fielder at mid-wicket, and that is hit very uppishly and unconvincingly into the offside. No fielder there on that occasion.
I think the ball just held up there. It might have been a slow ball. It was put a shot before the ball was there. At the end, it's a gentle shot. They can't really get much on here. Here comes the bowler. Delivers. Oh, once again, another slow ball beats the batsman.
Slow ball and no bounce whatsoever. I'm quite intrigued to see how the other two teams are going to play on this wicket.
I'm intrigued to see how PEI is going to bat on this wicket. Nova Scotia might be onto something and just get some runs on the board. Here he comes, delivers. Outside the out, some wide signal, and sloppy work again in the field. Extra runs given.
Yeah, good awareness. Good awareness from the non-striker, Zishan Ansari, as he runs on to face the last ball of this delivery.
I think Scotia has to hold it right. He has to give him a chance. Here he comes. Pitched up, and Jishan missed it again inside edge. Chance of a run out. No, the ball struck the fielder.
Yeah, another single to end that over. Nova Scotia 101 for 6 after 18.
101 for 6, but they just can't seem to get that big over that they need.
Yeah, the ball just isn't coming on as well as they would hoped for. It's being held up in the pitch. There's no bounce. This is going to be a very tricky pitch for PEI to come out and chase down this total on.
Maybe it would serve them well to just think of singles and doubles. It doesn't seem like the ball is coming through to players' strokes. Hard to continue.
Sorry, I interrupted your thought there. Just thinking, the sun is quite hot here today. We were very cold yesterday, most of the day between the overcast conditions and the rain, and today it's a sweltering hot day.
Cole got his shot down the ground. Two fielders there. They're going for the second run up chance. Appears for run out. Out, says the umpire.
Very, very unfortunate for Nova Scotia. They were starting to get aggressive, starting to rotate the strike, challenge the fielders. Unfortunately for Nova Scotia, though, they lose another wicket to a run out. You know, we talked about PI being sloppy on the field, but this is the second run out that they are now getting. Nova Scotia, 102 for 6 after 18.
I guess if you bobble enough balls, you get the batsman confidence to go for the runs. And if you do collect and rip it in fast enough, you will get a run out. And they have been fortunate in that way.
Sorry, correction. It's 103 for 7 after 18.1. Man to head back, Dutch Toward. Unfortunate for him. Sorry, Manny. Zishan Ansari is the one who's run out. My mistake, and he goes for 4 off of 16 deliveries. It was a tough task for him out there, and unfortunately, not able to do what he was out there for. His misery comes to an end.
I don't think you can say he didn't try. Jishan tried the entire time. Just couldn't get back to ball. The ball is not coming through. So, but the score may not reflect it, but he did give it a good effort.
Dutch Towar, the man on strike for Nova Scotia. He's been out there for 25 deliveries. Right on off, and that's driven beautifully through covers. Does it have enough? It's very well fielded. An extra cover. They do run back for a very comfortable 3 runs. That was some good running from Dutch Towar and Akash the new man in.
It was also a very good shot. It's the fielder did well to prevent the boundary here. Last couple of overs of the game, and they have to give it a shot now.
Dutch Towar, he's looked good out there on that last occasion, chipping down the wicket, taking the ball on the full. And now Akash Airy to face his first delivery.
It's left-handed batsman, no time to settle in. Here comes Park, delivers. Along the leg side. No wide signal there. Umpire indicating to touch the pad. Delivers. Once again, miss hit. I can't blame Nova Scotia for trying for the big hits, but they're not making connection right now.
No, they're not. And those are 2 wayward leg side deliveries. There is a deep mid-wicket. And on that occasion, the ball finds its way past the keeper and to the third man fielder as they scamper across for a single, but that is a bye, and unfortunately Akash Airy still to get off the mark.
Once again, extras is not doing PI any favors. I think there's been some buys and misfields, wides. Here comes Park delivers. Mid-wicket to run out chance here. Poor throw. Once again, the keeper is diving. Not a very good throw, but no extra runs given. We're in for the last over here.
Nova Scotia 108 for 7 after 19. 1 over to go. Nova Scotia looking to get to 125. Initially, that's what we heard from their coach. I think that's going to be a tall ask, but just the 108 right now.
Yeah, they never got that big over, never got the boundaries required. Right now, if they can pick up 10 runs here in this over, they'll be the best over of the inning.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? This total might not be as easy as one would assume. This pitch is not the easiest to bat on. Some unpredictable bounce. The ball's not coming on as well as you'd like. And the spinners have gotten good return.
Yeah, what can they do in this final over? They go on, it's a pace attack in the final over.
And the man with the hat trick and this tournament is back. Fahad Ahmed, unfortunately, that is going to go for a 6 down to the corner. That's the large ring is on to full delivery. That was a fantastic shot and not the start that Ahmed would have hoped for in this over.
I think that's the first 6 we've seen in the inning.
It absolutely is the first 6, and Nova Scotia now at 114. Maybe a couple more lusty blows and 125 on the cards.
They should have a couple more lusty blows. You have to give it a shot. Here he comes, delivers, and the swings hard again in the same location. This time the fielder's under it, and he drops it. He drops it. It should have been an easy catch, but he dropped it. They picked up 2.
Actually are getting a life. More importantly, adding 2 more runs to Nova Scotia's total. Nova Scotia 116 for 7 off of 19.2.
That should have been a catch taken. Can't afford to drop catch at this level. Not that type of catch. Delivers. Once again, slow ball, held it back. He pick up a single. 2 should be out. 2 should be out. And here he comes. He's trying. It should be out. It should be out. And he is given by the square umpire. It looked like what they call a suicide run.
Fielder on the boundary, to pick up the ball and clean up. And unfortunately for Dutch who has played beautifully so far, is run out. He goes for 36 runs off 30 deliveries, 1-4 and 1-6 in that innings. A fantastic effort from him for Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia 116 for 8. Sorry, it should be 117 for 8 after 19.3.
That run out, as bad as it would seem, I would say it's a suicide run, but at this stage of the game, final over, you have to take chances. As the coach says, they wanted to make 120. I guess they're on target.
They're on target, exactly. 117. 3 more deliveries to come. Fahad Ahmed not getting the over he had hoped for last game. Rupert, he got a hat trick on his final over.
And here he is, the most expensive over of the game so far. But it is the last over, so it's understandable. The batsman has just thrown everything at the ball. And as I say that, he gently taps it to cover. Just a gentle tap to cover for a catch.
That was a slower delivery, and unfortunately, Dutch Solar just checking his shot at the last second, giving a very easy catch to the cover fielder, and he has to walk back for 1 run. Akash Airy still off to get, not off the mark yet. 0 for his 3 balls faced. 2 deliveries left in this over. Can they get to 125?
It doesn't look like we get into 125 today. It's a little check shot. It's it's one of those teams where instinctively you held your shot, maybe you're not to the pitch of the ball, but it has to depart because that check shot went straight to the cover fielder for an easy catch.
But Ahmed, unfortunately, a little expensive. Going for 30 runs so far for 3.4 overs, picking up 2 wickets, so we'll be happy about that. Nova Scotia have done well to bring this total to a fighting score towards the end of their innings.
You see, at the last over, you say a little expensive, but I think it's to be expected. But in the scope of the way the bowlers held the Nova Scotia in check, it seems expensive, but it is the last over of the inning. Here he comes again. Steams in, delivers. Oh no, it's a high full toss. Not just a high full toss, but it beats the keeper and goes to the fence. What a waste.
That is a no ball and a free hit, exactly what Nova Scotia would have asked for at this point. That was quite the delivery. It almost took out the batsman, and I think it did take out the keeper on the way as well.
That's one of those things where the over was expensive, and now it got a whole lot more expensive because he just gave up right away. He gave up 5 runs already, and you have to go to for the free hit. Here he comes, delivers. He managed to keep it down, grab the fielder on the pad who tried to play a scoop. So still one ball that cost you 5 runs.
That's a wasted free hit, unfortunately.
And the coach is signaling to us that, hey, we're there. We're at 120. The coach has called it, and he is satisfied with that score. So I guess Nova Scotia, all that's left now is for them to defend the target they put on the board. Here comes the bowler, and he delivers. And he hits it past cover, past mid wicket. Should pick up 2. Chance of a run out here again. Appeal for run out, not out, says the umpire. Umpire signal a short run there.
Yeah, very unfortunate with the one short clinical stuff. These are those 1% factors that we talk about in cricket. You have to make sure that you do the basics right. Just making sure your back is split over that line when you're running singles and doubles. It does mean one less run for Nova Scotia. However, they will be happy with this effort. Ending the innings from 123 to 9.
I thought the coach was being modest when he said he'll be happy at 120, but they make that target, the 123 for 9. They batted the 20 overs. So his team has done what he asked them to and scored 123. The wickets is challenging, and I look forward to seeing how PEI approaches this chase.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It has been challenging for Nova Scotia. It will be challenging for the PEI batsmen. This is Manoli Patel and Rupert.
I'll just stand by.
With you guys for the second innings as PEI comes out to bat here at King City, Ontario.
Yeah, we're just going to take a break between innings. We don't have any music to entertain you with right now, but if you can give us 5-10 minutes, then we'll be back with the coverage.
I need, man, it's a warm day today.
It is. I thought it was going to be cold.
I did too. I got a jacket, a sweater as always. I'm like, maybe I'll start with a sweater. I need new batteries for my down.
Is it? I turned mine. Yours is off, right?
It's off. I'm just gonna go find.
Oh, I can't remember now. I'm having brain freeze. I'm trying not to say it uniquely. I don't want to say it wrong.
Manali.
Yeah, I'll keep working at Manali.
I'll be right back.
You're slim and trim.
But that's, you know what? It's because of that. I have to work out every day.
What? Hey, they did what you asked, right?
Yeah, they did what you asked. That's good.
Oh, that's a good effort. Do you know which one you were?
I know what. I have no idea. See what I'm doing? They look the same, right?
Yeah, they're the same. You don't full battery.
Full battery.
Welcome back. For those of you tuning in this morning, this is Manali Patel. I'm with Rupert, and we're coming to you live from King City, Ontario, here for the second innings of the first game today. Nova Scotia PEI. PEI bowling first and restricting Nova Scotia to 123 for 9.
Manali, I'm actually excited to see the first couple of balls here, because it's the pitch itself is becoming a story.
It absolutely is. You know, we were on ground C for the last 2 days. They switched to ground E because the pitch over there was just not behaving as well as it should. And unfortunately, this one not behaving any better.
No, this pitch is not behaving well as the batsman settles about to face the first ball, and I think the first ball will be a bit of an event. The batsman is venturing into the unknown. Here comes the bowler.
Shadab Ahmed with his first delivery, and that's a big shot on the first ball.
Right away, we have some action. First ball wrapped on the pads. It was an appeal, but you can see that ball was sliding down the leg side.
Absolutely, and the first delivery from Shadab Ahmed was to Sanu Shahjahan from PEI, along with Parth Patel at the non-strikers.
Here comes the bowler and he delivers outside the off stump. A wide signal by the umpire, just drifting on the off stump there. The batsman was actually moving towards the leg side and the ball was further away on the offside. But at the end, they managed to pick up one wide.
Yes, and with that, PEI opened their account. 1 run off of 1 official delivery. Nova Scotia has really got to try and watch their extras here, Rupert.
And once again, wraps him on the pad. The umpire is not interested. You can obviously see that one is swing on the leg side also.
Yeah, 2 deliveries onto the pads. 1 wide delivery. There's shouts of he's not able to connect out the Nova Scotia fielders.
The Nova Scotia coach is very confident. He says his team is doing exactly what he requires. He wanted to set a target of 120. He managed to get to 123. What can he do with the ball? Here comes the bowler in. Delivers, drifting on the leg again, wraps the batsman on the outside of the pads. No appeal, no run scored. Needs to start the ball a little on the outside to challenge the batsman. So far, they are not making contact. And you can hear people from the crowd saying they can't connect, they cannot connect. And that is true.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sanu Shahjahan not able to capitalize on that line. That a lot straighter, and that is hit straight to the extra cover.
We got our
Nova Scotia.
First over, first wicket. Gentle out there. Just a gift.
A gift is right, Rupert. PEI not starting the way they would have hoped for. Sanu Shahjahan taking 3 on the pads, and this one a little bit straighter, and he unfortunately holds out 2 covers as he walks back for duck off of his 4 deliveries. PEI 1 for 1 after 0.4 overs. What a start for Nova Scotia.
And Nova Scotia, as I said, the coach set a target, and from the way this inning started, we knew the pitch was going to be challenging, and so far, PEI hasn't connected solid with any of their strokes, and they have lost their first wicket. Not after a very good start.
Rupert, I watched these Nova Scotian bowlers bowl to Alberta yesterday. The pressure that they had put on the batsmen from Alberta, they picked up wickets at regular intervals, weren't able to allow any sort of leeway to Alberta, and they did come out on top against a very strong Alberta side.
And so far, they are looking sharp in the field. If they maintain this, they will win this game easily. But it is only the first over. Let's wait till about the 5 over before we start making prediction. PEI has to restart the innings. Lost the wicket right off the bat. Need to restart the innings right now.
And now the new man in, Arthur Dargy. We've lost 1 wicket, and we haven't had any batsmen off the mark yet. That single run coming from a wide from Shadab Ahmed
So
Tough task here.
Ahmed seems to be swinging the ball into the batsman, but he's also straying a bit on the leg side. Can he manage to start on the off stump? Here he comes. He delivers, starts on the offside, and it's they appeal for caught behind, but the umpire is signaling wide.
It's all happening out there, Rupert. We have had a wicket. We are now looking at an appeal. Umpire says that is a wide.
It's all happening, but just not off the bat. It's we were asking for him to start his bowling off from the outside of the off stump, but that's a little too far outside the off, and the umpire is signaling wide. That's a second wide in the over. That's actually the only scores on the board. A lofted drive through covers for four. It's a beautiful shot. No one out there.
What a fantastic stroke that was from Artharji, putting the stamp on that shot and putting Shoaib Ahmed under some pressure.
And there you
Way to
go.
get off the mark.
And it's also one of the confident looking stroke. When you middle a ball like that, it can do a lot for your confidence. Can he carry on?
One delivery to come in the over. Shoaib Ahmed, of course, went for 2 wide so far.
It's
Can
a
he
long
finish
over.
strong?
It's a very long over. Here he comes, delivers. And he bowls him. He bowls him. What an over. That over has everything in it. 2 wickets. After a beautiful boundary, he chops that one onto his stumps. He walks back to the pavilion.
Shoaib Ahmed, what a first over. Had 3 deliveries onto the pads, 2 wides, picked up a wicket, then went for 4, and now he has bowled Artharji. Artharji, unfortunately, having to walk back. A beautiful 4 in that innings. His only 4 runs.
It's I think he chopped that ball on. At the end, it looked like he gently chopped it onto the wicket, but he has to go back after playing one of the prettiest shots we've seen today. He walks back, and PEI is in a bit of trouble here.
PEI certainly in a little bit of trouble. 6 for 2 off the first over.
So we have 6 for 2. There was only 1 scoring shot off the bat, and 2 wickets down. So he gives away 2 wides and pick up 2 wickets. It's a fair exchange.
I think he'll give anything for those 2 wickets, Rupert. What a start for Nova Scotia. They are, I told you, they're very strong with their bowling, and we haven't even seen the spinners yet. This is the first over.
I cannot look at a Nova Scotia coach because he has the biggest smile. I'm trying not to look at him because I can't keep a straight face when he's smiling. He's right behind his bowler's chair in here. In fact, he's so right behind his bowler, I think the umpire is going to ask him to move soon. And he's moving towards the commentary booth, but it's a permanent smile on his face because his team is off to a start that you can only dream of.
And the new man in for PEI, Parth Patel. We've got Parth Patel yet to get off the mark. Priyam Soni yet to get off the mark. And that's a slight and there is certainly some turn out there.
Oh.
Mandeep Girdhar from the commentary's end.
That pitch looked dead. All of a sudden, you get a ball that gripped and turned like that. Where did that come from? Here he comes.
Spinners have continued to do well at all these grounds. And some turn there again.
And that should be out. Oh, he drops it. The man in covers, he got there, and in and out of the hand, in and out of his hand, he did the hard work. But in the end, the ball just popped right out of his hand.
That should have been taken. That was a regulation catch, and that could have been a lot of trouble for PEI.
Instead of 3 wickets down, they're giving up an easy chance. Will they live to regret this? The spinner's getting some turn on the ball. A slip in place. Here he comes. Delivers. Beautiful turn on the ball again. Played towards point for no runs.
That drop catch allows Parth Patel to get off the strike with 1. Priyam Soni, the new man, yet to get off the strike, and Mandeep Girdhar has had the perfect stretches over. Flighted this time, picked up on the full, driven to mid-on, but a dot ball. So much chatter out there from this Nova Scotian side.
Nova Scotia is all over PEI right now. They're excited. Their tail is up. Here comes the bowler. Delivers. Oh, completely beats the basket. There's an appeal. I think it's an appeal of excitement because there was definitely no contact there. But they are bowling beautifully here.
This is some great leg spin bowling. Mandeep Girdhar is making that ball move. We hadn't seen the ball move as much when the PEI bowlers are bowling, but certainly getting movement off of this pitch, Nova Scotia.
Has a slip in place, an attacking field. Here it comes, delivers. Man, a shot cover and forward defensive, no runs here.
Quicker through delivery, quicker through the air this time around. Some very good variations in that over. A quick over for Mandeep Girdhar's PEI or 7 for 2 at the end of 2.
He was unfortunate not to pick up a wicket because it was an excellent over. He deserved that wicket. How he's going to reply? How is he going to come back for a next over here? Because they didn't seem to be able to handle his bowling. PEI trying to get a good partnership going, but so far they're more of in survival mode because Nova Scotia has been all over them. Here comes the bowler in, delivers, and he cuts it straight to the field. He drops it again. Another drop catch. This time it was a little harder, but it's another drop catch. Nova Scotia is letting things slip away. Their bowlers are doing well, but the fielders need to hang in there. Need to hang on.
You're a tough man, Rupert. That would have been a blinder of a catch.
He had time to see it. He got a hand to it. There's a saying, if you can touch it, you should be able to catch it. I'm not being a hard man. It's just you got your hand to it, so you should have taken it. It'll hurt either way, so you might as well catch it. Here comes the bowler. He delivers. Once again, shot us at the off stump, and it's a dangerous shot. He just splashed his bat out there. We call that fishing. He went fishing, but he didn't catch anything. He was lucky not to catch anything because he just hung his bat out there with a slip in place, and it wasn't a convincing shot at all. The sun is out here in full force. It's a hot, humid day at King City. Nova Scotia bowler in, delivers, and swing again. No connection, as they say. They cannot connect. They literally cannot connect. Inside edge, no runs. PEI has not looked convincing, and Nova Scotia is full of confidence right now.
Parth Patel lucky on that occasion. We have seen one get chopped onto the stumps earlier. Almost a repeat of that. 3 deliveries to come. Parth Patel, 3 off 5. However, these Nova Scotian bowlers on the mark.
And both ends, here comes the ball, delivers. He swings hard. This time he connects. Lofted drive through covers for 4. This is the pattern here. Let's see what comes next. A 4 and out, or is he going to continue?
Yeah, we saw a very similar shot early on, and that did result in a wicket the very next delivery. PEI is certainly looking very comfortable to play that lofted drive through the offside.
Is it comfortable or being hopeful? It's like, right now, it's one of the few shots we've seen that made full connection with the bat. It looked good. How does he follow up on this? Here comes the bowler in. Short, and he takes it on the body. Didn't even play a shot. Just turned the body and took the blow.
I don't think he read that, Rupert.
Well, I'm glad to see it hit him on the fleshy part, not on the helmet or someplace where he had some cushion in there.
You would certainly know what that feels like. Unfortunately,
it's
we're on the luckier side of things. Shouldn't
take your eyes off the ball like that. That's a bit dangerous. Here comes the bowler in, delivers, and he bowls him. And the pattern continues. You hit a nice 4, and then you get bowled.
That is a very, very disappointing effort from Parth Patel. He gave himself room, moved outside leg to clear his arms. However, that's a straight delivery. At least try and get bat on that. Just a wild swing. Not necessary at this stage. And PEI, 13 for 3.
You say I'm a hard man, but I think you've been a little too nice. It looked like the previous body blow did his job. Because that blow had a lasting effect. Because that shot was a non-shot. There was no shot played. He just kind of got out of the way, and it was gold.
Rupert, these figures, shut up, Ahmed. He is 2 overs, 12 runs, and 3 wickets off of it.
If he gave away three, if he has 3 wickets, that means he also has 3 wides. Because every wide he gives, he gets a wicket for it.
That's right. That's been the trend so far.
The trend is either if you give a wide, you get a wicket. If you get hit for a 4, you get a wicket.
Well, you know what? It's very Canadian of him. He's got to be nice. He's got to say, you know, here's something for you for what I'm about to do.
I think that's the case. PEI is not putting up a fight yet. Nova Scotia is all over them. I'm trying not to look over the Nova Scotia coach because all you see is smiles because everything seems to be going his way right now.
The new man in, Fahad Ahmed. He bowled a slightly expensive over, the final over. The only man to pick up a hat trick in this tournament. He is now needed with the bat for PEI. Priyam Soni on strike. As Mandeep Girdhar comes in for a second. He had a fantastic first over, just 1 run off of it, and he's certainly getting some turn off of this wicket.
And he's on the attack again, slip in place. He delivers. Beautiful, well turned, beat the outside edge of the bat. Fielders all excited. There was no edge there, but he's getting very sharp turn.
Yeah, beating the batsman and the keeper on that occasion.
You figure he should be calling for a point closer to the bat here. Here he comes, he delivers. Once again, overpitched that one, didn't land, and it was driven through covers for 4, all along the ground.
Poor delivery from Girdhar on that occasion. That was a full toss, asking to be hit. That was driven beautifully by Priyam Soni, and he's off the mark.
You see, normally somebody gets hit for a 4 is cause for an alarm, but the pattern has been 4, the next one is out. Do they continue that pattern?
We're certainly trying to play some prediction games here.
So far, we've been right? As he brings a fielder in, bring the fielder from deep in, pushes the man and covers all the way to the cover boundary. Here he comes, he delivers. Back to the bowler, no runs.
Yeah, good comeback delivery there. Unfortunately, straight outside off and full toss the previous delivery, and that was nice and full and straight. PEI still in need of 107 runs off of just 99 balls. Calls for catch it, however, the mid-on fielder making a bit of a mess of that, diving over top of it and giving away another boundary in this Girdhar over. He has been very, very good in his first over, but unfortunately in this over, giving away his second boundary.
Yeah, it was two boundaries in the over. The first one was over pitch. This one, the batsman did well to keep it along the ground. What will this ball bring to us? Here he comes. Delivers. The batsman plays it towards the point. No runs.
Back of the length on that occasion, and Priyam Soni able to get onto the back foot, punch it out to the point fielder. PEI now looking a little more comfortable out there. They've cleared the boundary a few times.
He delivers and he uses his speed down to the ball, and the keeper would have gotten excited.
And the new man in for PEI, Manny Dhaliwal.
Dhaliwal did good with the ball. Can he do the same with the bat?
4 deliveries to come in this over. Arthur Nag bowling beautifully. He's got a deep mid wicket, a long on, a long off.
And Nova Scotia is starting to chatter in the field again. It's this confidence. It seems like they go pretty silent when things aren't going their way, but when things start going their way, the chatter returns.
And Arthur Nag has a slip in place as well.
Here comes Arun and he delivers. Forward defensive from the bowler. More excitement from Nova Scotia here. They're sensing something. They're sensing a breakthrough here.
Yeah, Ahmed Joshi, the slip fielder there yesterday, unfortunately dropping his first chance, but then coming back and taking an excellent catch.
Arun delivers. Oh, wraps him on the pond. Got a confident appeal. Umpire says not out.
That was a very good shout. Looked a little dicey from our angle. We're obviously not as straight as the umpires, though.
We're not as straight as the umpire, and the batsman didn't pick up that faster ball there and was back on the pad. Arun varying the pace, holding beautifully here. Here comes Arun, delivers. Cut shot, true coverage, beautiful shot here. 4 runs. Well hit.
Yeah, cracking shot from Manny Dhaliwal to get off the mark with a fantastic score. PI ticking along. They've lost wickets, but they're able to get at least one boundary away every over.
Yeah, PEI's rate is not bad. The wicket is the issue, but their scoring rate is not bad at all.
There's one delivery left in this power play that should go in Nova Scotia's favor as they can put more fielders out on the boundary.
They maintain an attacking field. Here comes the run delivers. And he wraps him on the pad. Not for an appeal. Umpire is not interested.
And a very, very good over from Arun Nag comes to an end. Just 4 runs off of it. The boundary that Manny Dhaliwal put him away for. PI 37 for 4 after 6 overs. In need of 87 more runs off of 84 deliveries. They're definitely on par.
PEI is on target. Maintain a partnership here, and they'll be well on the way.
We will see a change of bowling on the other end. Shot opponent, unfortunately, his third over going for quite a few runs. 14 runs off of his last over. And the new man in for Nova Scotia, Akash Airy.
Another spinner on the attack.
If I remember correctly, Akash Airy picked up 4 wickets yesterday against Alberta at 12.
Okay, so we have a run on one end. We're attacking spin on the other end again. Here he comes, delivers. On target first ball, turned away to the leg side. 52 runs. They did pick up 2 runs there. Keep a given pace.
You can see just how much this means to Nova Scotia. The keeper running all the way down to backward square leg to chase that down. Everybody in the field giving it 110%. They've been a lot better in the field than PEI have.
Here comes the bowler, delivers, dabs it towards point, beat the fielder, another misfield. He gives chase to pick up 2 runs though. It was not a ball that should have been misfielded. It wasn't that.
Rupert, I'm going to say commentators curse there as I compliment their fielding.
They were looking good in the field. That one was an on-force, I would say an on-force error. Shouldn't have happened. The bowler is not getting support he needs here. Here he comes, delivers, beats the batsman. In both innings, you see the bowler's looking good, but the fielder is not providing the support that's needed.
Yeah, absolutely. The fielders have definitely got to keep on top of every single ball that comes to them. Build that pressure. As we look, Graham Sony moving to the offside, working that down leg. Should not go for 4. He doesn't have enough legs. Joshi giving a chase. He does well.
It was a high risk shot, but he got the reward. Not a fan of taking chances of that in this stage of the game, but he took the chance and he picked up a couple of runs. Went right across his wicket and he shoveled the balls down the leg side.
Now picks up a handy 3 runs. We did see that shot from Graham Sony quite a fair bit yesterday as well. Definitely his go-to shot. That is left alone by Manny Dhaliwal to the keeper. And in some 2-mind situation there, looking to go for it and just pulling back at the very end.
PEI trying to claw their way back into this game. This pair can bring them a long way. Here comes the bowler. Oh, past the ball and he plays it through to mid-on, picks up a single. And someone shouting 79 is a target.
That's right, they're certainly on par. 79 needed off of 78 deliveries. PEI definitely clawing their way back in, as you said, Rupert. 44 for 4. And that's another decent over. 7 overs gone.
This pair can bring them a long way. It's not a big target. It's obviously tricky. But somehow the wickets seem to be playing much better.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's certainly good news for Ontario and Quebec, who are due to play on here next. It is a very hot day out there. The sun is shining. and the wicket behaving a lot better.
Inter and there, BC and
I think we may have a change of bowling. Is it Arun back on the bowling, or is this Arun still? Here comes Arun, delivers. Oh, big shot, only a single. It was a big wind up there. Batsman showing a lot of intent.
Yeah, big wind up, and Rupert, we saw a bit of a cloud of dust on that occasion as well. This wicket certainly drying up from what we saw earlier.
It is, but I think the game is at an interesting stage. I think this is the pivotal. I would say it's a pivotal point of the game. Here comes Arun, delivered. Gently back, fielded, no runs. Arun delivers. Played back to the cover, no runs.
I was very impressed with the spinners from Nova Scotia yesterday. They varied their flight and their pace very, very well against Alberta.
Arun delivers. And it's a risky stroke. He went right through the wicket.
And that is out.
It is a high-risk stroke. He walked across and tried to play a paddle sweep. And it was wrapped in a pad. The batsman, I haven't seen this much, but the batsman looked like he was walking before the umpire gave out the LBW. I don't see batsmen walking on the LBW position very often.
No, you were talking about the batsman walk. I also saw the bowler celebrating. He knew that finger was going to go up, and it definitely did.
It wasn't a hard one based on how the batsman moved.
Unfortunate for Pradeep Soni, as he has to walk back 16 runs off of 20 balls for him. A handy knock for PI, however, PI losing another wicket and a set batsman at a crucial point in the game. And Arun Nag, he has now picked up his second.
As I said, it's a pivotal point of the game, and it seemed like Nova Scotia had thrown the first punch. It is a stage of the game where we can see where it's tilted, and it's tilted back Nova Scotia way.
46 for 5, PEI. 2 deliveries to go in the over. The new man on strike. Diplop dead. And Arun Nag on fire.
He's on target, and they look confident as he adjusts his field to the new batsman.
As the new man comes in, they are bringing deep cover back in to the 30-yard circle. We've got a deep square, a deep wicket, a long on, a long off.
And Arun gets ready to deliver his 4 men on the boundary. Here he comes, delivers. Right on target, driven to long off. Only a single. Here comes Arun, delivers. Oh, it was a pitched up ball, but it looked like the batsman was trying to cross here. Lucky to dab it out at the end.
A very good over from Arun Nag comes to an end. He is now 2 overs for 6 runs and picking up 2 very important wickets for Nova Scotia. PEI 47 for 5 after 8.
He picks up the wicket and he looks threatening at all times. Nova Scotia is on top.
This is exactly what I had expected to see from Nova Scotia spinners. They have been fantastic in this whole tournament, very consistent, putting their opposition under a lot of pressure and giving Nova Scotia the much-needed confidence that they need. They are, of course, a much smaller province, a much newer province in this tournament, going up against the likes of Ontario, BC, and we've considered Alberta a very strong opposition. However, yesterday they were on the losing end of things against this Nova Scotian side.
Nova Scotia is looking good. We have a change of bowling again. I think it's another spinner. This spinner has some height. Here he comes, delivers. Oh, right off the bat. Beats the batsman. People whip off the bails, but a square leg umpire says not out. Got a pretty good turn on that one here.
Yeah, they're all getting very good turn on this wicket. Deb, unfortunately, not reading that well enough. And that is sported out to point for a quick single.
He seems to be getting some good leg spin there, but he doesn't shape up as a leg spin bowler. I didn't think he was going leg spin, but it's both times has gotten good turns there. He's trying to bring point in, save the single.
By the delivery, pitched full, and that was driven to point again. No run on that occasion. Rupert, tall spinners, they're able to get the ball to dip so much more than a shorter spinner. They're able to get it to drift more, and as I say, that's a big swing and a miss.
It's I think PEI is in a bit of trouble here because this new bowler, I didn't catch his name, but he came on, and with him on one end and Arun on the other end, scoring is going to be difficult. He's getting turned, he's getting bounced, he's doing it all here. Here he comes, delivers, and once again, the batsman plays forward defensive. They don't seem to be able to pick him.
They are certainly not picking him, and of course we are seeing some turn on this wicket. Dutch Solar, the bowler, got one more delivery, and there it is.
And wraps him on the pads. Not out.
Extra bounce on that occasion, and PI 48 for 5 after 9. They are in need of 76 more runs off just 66 deliveries. However, 5 wickets down.
5 wickets down, and the spinners are spot on. They need a couple of lofty blows, I would say.
Yeah, the spinners are just running through these overs here. Dot ball, the odd single here and there. But certainly controlling the pace of the game, Nova Scotia.
Arun is back on the ball, and he's been very economical and also picked up wickets. Here he comes. Arun delivers, driven through covers, picks up a single.
It's a comfortable single out to covers. You know, PI can maintain this and rotate strike 4 or 5 runs off of every over. They can certainly power at the end. And as I say, that's hit out 2. That's hit out 2 with the long off fielder. He does well to stop the boundary. As PI add 2 more runs to the total. Danny Dollywell looking more and more comfortable with each delivery. He's now on 8 off of 13.
Yeah, comes Arun.
Looking to pick up his 3rd.
You tried to buy a wicket here, but Arun has given up 4 runs so far, but he's still confident. He's still looking to attack the batsman. Here he comes, delivers on point. Stifled appeal there.
That was a very, very well bowled delivery. It was quicker through the air to save the batsman from pace. He wanted to get down. His non-striking partner saying, no, that is not a run.
Arun delivers. Beats points for a single. They're looking for a second run. The man deep miss. Oh, he tried to do the boot. He managed to save the 4, but it did pick up 2 runs.
Rupert, I have seen some very, very fancy footwork in the field from a lot of these Eastern Provinces players.
But you don't see them sliding in the field.
No. Why would you when you've got your legs to play soccer with a cricket ball?
Arun delivers forward defensive again. Arun has been spot on. You're right. For some reason, you see the Eastern Province getting on their knees, using their feet, but not sliding and getting back onto the feet that you see around here in the GTA. You see the guys sliding and getting onto their feet quickly. We haven't seen that from the guys from the Eastern Provinces.
PI 53 for 5 after 10. You know, Rupert, they are very, very new to the competition at this level. They don't have the number of players that we do here in Ontario or BC or even Alberta. So I'm sure the more they play at this level, the more exposure that they get to better competition, their standards will improve as well.
And I can tell you, they are entertaining us. They are very competitive. You cannot come to this game and say that the players are not competitive. They're very competitive. The bowling has been good. Here he comes. Quick singles there. Bowler tried for a run out, but missed the stumps.
That was a very, very well run, very well run. Does that make sense?
It makes
Not
sense.
the best word choice.
Is the bowler certainly bowling fast, or do we have a change of bowling?
We now have Rahul Vashishta into the attack.
So just the one over that was an effective over, but it might be changing ends.
That's correct. That is full. Unfortunately for PI, that's another drop ball. Now the strike rate climbing up. 70 runs required off of 59 balls. Of course, the target's still not too far off for them. However, with every dot ball, it changes the equation as that is played out onto the offside by Manny Dhaliwal for another single. Dhaliwal has looked good so far for his 11 runs. He's got to look to anchor this innings for PEI.
We've had the occasional big blows, but we haven't seen a big swing of the bat in a while. Here he comes, delivers, cuts it, piece point, 4 runs.
That, unfortunately, on that occasion, Depth finds the boundary. However, he is certainly aided by a very sloppy effort by the point fielder. That should not have been a run at all.
You had praised Nova Scotia's fielding, but it seemed that maybe the outfield work seemed to be something where we've seen a lot of mistakes in the field from both teams. There seem to be balls trickling to the boundaries, fielders not realizing that there's no one behind them, so they can't afford to let the ball go faster forward. The bowlers need better support from the fielders here. Delivers, pitched up, and so that's a point. Quick singles taken, well run. Made a dive in, but he didn't need to.
Slower delivery on that occasion to the point fielder. There was certainly a chance of however, point again. Not picking up the ball.
Seemed like the anticipation of the shot, even though the batsman set up for the shot early, the fielder seemed to just react after the shot was played instead of going with the shot. Not reacting the way you expect the fielder to. And once again, it's played to point.
Slower delivery again on that occasion. This time, point collects it comfortably. This is what we were talking about, Rupert. As soon as there's intent and aggressive running between batsmen, the fielders are automatically put under pressure.
And the fielder bobbles the ball almost every time.
Yeah, certainly showing the inexperience both of these sides. The side with PEI, we're now seeing it with Nova Scotia. PEI 60 for 5 after 11. 64 runs needed off of 54 deliveries.
And the rate is starting to get beyond them as we see a switch of ends. The spinner has been effective, and now we have Arun being replaced by who's the new bowler? Actually, he bowled from the previous on the other end. Dash. Let's Dash give the umpire his number here. He was getting big turns from the other end. Can he replicate that from the pavilion end? Here he comes. He delivers. Left alone by the batsman. Looking to the umpire for a while, but that didn't appear to be a wide ball. Ashkin again delivers. Pitched up. Played covers for a gentle single.
Slight delivery on that occasion. Sorry, Rupert.
Go ahead.
Slight delivery on that occasion and a very comfortable single for PEI. These two batsmen have rotated the strike very well. Slight on that occasion again, and that they're asking for it. However,
that was a crowd catch.
That certainly was a crowd catch. They were hopeful.
That was a close catch. The umpire didn't seem to be bothered at all.
I like the passion from Nova Scotia. They're certainly going to try their luck.
Here he comes and delivers for defensive. Nova Scotia would not mind this pace right now. PEI has to start taking the chance, has to try to pick up some runs here. They're digging themselves into a hole. Dash in, delivers, and he tries. Oh, a drop catch right in covers. Straight to the fielder, and it was dropped.
That was hit very, very hard to the short cover fielder. Unfortunately, he did get his hands in the right place, but just popped out. That was a wicket that Nova Scotia needed, though.
That would have been a big wicket. At this stage, that would have been a big wicket. Here he comes again. Delivers. And face the point. No runs.
Getting some good turn on this wicket. Dexter finishes a very neat second over. He's only gone for 2 runs in his 2 overs. Not a part of the wicket column yet.
He doesn't need to take wicket. The dot balls are just as valuable right now. He's doing his job. Only gave up 2 runs. Imagine him if he gave up 2 runs in the next 2 overs. You can't ask for more.
PEI 61 for 5. Rupert, it's going to be very interesting to see how costly that drop catch is going to be. Dollywall is going well. I mean, he's started off slow, 24 deliveries for his 11 runs, but now he is looking set.
He needs to push on from here. He needs to play some shots. Here comes the room. No, this doesn't look good.
There is a change of bowling on the south end. Monday Beardard to the attack for his 3rd over, going for 9 runs off of 2. And that is short and outside off, keeping low, and it's pulled uncomfortably for a single 2-leg side.
Short outside off, but the batsman was actually beaten. He managed to catch up to it and still got a run, but he was beaten. Not a good sign. He was getting a lot of turn there.
And as we say that is smashed for another 6 over Copper, and that was massive. Manny Dollywall, unfortunately for Nova Scotia, put down in the previous over, and now making them pay for it.
And that was a big shot, and it's what is needed, and he looks like he has the firepower to do it, so not a catch he wanted to drop. And the bowler paid the price for dropping the ball short. Here he comes again. Dollywall looks set, looks aggressive. Drops shorts again, left alone this time. He got bounce and turn on that one.
Yeah, he absolutely did. Good turn and bounce. Beardard going for a massive 6. The ball before that is going to look to finish this over strong. Flighted delivery on that occasion. Big swing and a miss. Dollywall trying to get under that one for another.
Dollywall has taken the challenge, taken on the challenge. He's going for it. Dollywall is going for it here. Bowler delivers, and Dollywall goes hard miss. Dollywall is giving it his all. He's not leaving anything to chances here. He's swinging for the fence, and he's swinging hard.
He's certainly swinging the entire kitchen of that one.
Here it comes. Something is about to happen here. Delivers. Dollywall goes hard. This time, there's a fielder under it. He's waiting, and he takes a comfortable catch. He knew something was about to happen because Dollywall was not going down without a fight. He gave it his all, but he didn't make good connection. And at the end, it was a comfortable catch from the D.
And a very good catch at long off. And unfortunate for Dollywall, he was looking good, but has to walk back. 17 runs off of 29 balls. Unfortunately, he's very slow with his strike rate, but he anchored the innings when PEI needed him to do so. And Monday Beardard, 16 off of his 3 overs for 1 wicket. PEI, 68 for 6.
I cannot blame him for taking the chance. He had to. The Indian is starting to fall behind in the rate. He took the chance. You can tell that it was either going to be him or he was going to get them, and they got him.
Yeah, Nova Scotia definitely needed that wicket. It was dropped in the over previous to that at covers. This time, however, they've got their man. Rupert, I had my heart in my mouth as that ball went up in the air. We've seen a few drop catches from Nova Scotia, and they really needed that wicket.
Yes, I can say the fielding has been sure-handed. It's a bit of an adventure. The ball goes up in the air. Um, I would say it's almost like a 50-50 proposition. But Nova Scotia is back on top again. Spin.
The new man in, Kirsty Bagria, he is at the non-striker's end. Depth to face, Dutch Delvar in for his third over. He's definitely getting some turn.
Delivers so short, short but turned big, and the batsman didn't time it well. Another misfield in the deep.
Poor delivery start off with, unfortunately short outside off. He got lucky with that one as Depp not able to capitalize. It's a good thing there were two men on that last ball because the first one completely missed it. Rupert.
When you got a 50-50 chance, if you put two people, you increase it. Here he comes.
Game of probabilities.
There you go. Delivers outside the off stump, left alone. PEI does not have the luxury of leaving balls alone. The coach needs to start telling them you don't have the luxury of just watching balls go by. There's still a dot ball, and the spinners are all over here. They're all over PEI. Delivers another dot ball. The dot balls are starting to mount.
Yeah, very well fielded there by the short cover fielder. Dot ball, Bagria yet to get off the mark. Two dot balls to his name. PEI still in need of 55 runs as that is played beautifully through the offside. A comfortable single to get off the mark. Kirsty Bagria and PEI in need of 54 more runs off of 38 deliveries. Rupert, we're in for a good game.
We're in for a good game. He got a full toss, didn't make full use of it. They have to capitalize on the loose balls here. Here comes Darcy. Delivers forward defensive. Another dot ball.
You have to. PEI is obviously going to look at depth to try and bring them home here. He's been out there for 12 deliveries, 12 runs off of that.
Deliveries. Didn't make connection again. Another dot ball. The dot ball's a mountain.
And that was it for that over. Dutch Delvar bowling 3 overs for just 4 runs. An economy rate that any bowler would be proud of. The only thing that he's missing in his bowling figures is a wicket, Rupert. PEI 70 for 6 after 14.
He doesn't need wickets. Those dot balls are just as good as wickets right now. He's doing a fantastic job with his bowling. He has one more to go, and if he can maintain that economy rate, he will have served his captain well.
Rupert, are you a bowler or a batsman?
Batsman.
Which is probably why you're saying he doesn't need wickets. However,
he does need wickets. A wicket is a dot ball, but a dot ball is always a dot ball.
But a wicket dot ball.
A wicket is a major dot ball, but right now he's showing his captain that, hey, I can keep the runs down and I can get you 4 overs for a very small penalty. Another dot ball again. Dot ball just keeps mounting here. PEI needs to start at least rotating the strike if they can't get the boundaries.
Yeah, good start from Mandeep Girdhar. There is some turn out there for him. Bagria on 1. That was short on that occasion. Bagria certainly missing out. It was there for the taking, and had he connected, we would have seen some runs. However, there is protection on the deep. There is a deep square leg.
Here he comes again. He delivers. This time, it's well pitched. Another dot ball. Even when they miss bowl, when he's miss pitch, he doesn't get punished. So now he is spot on. No runs coming out that. And he comes, delivers. And he pops it up in the air. There's a fielder under it. But as we said, oh, he got it. He got it. We know it's a 50-50 proposition, but this time he took it.
Comfortable catch taken by the cow corner fielder there, and unfortunately for PEI, they lose their 7th. Kirsty Bagria didn't really look comfortable out there, and he's got to head back for his 1 run. 7 deliveries used up by him. PEI 70 for 7 after 14.4. You gotta say, Nova Scotia the favorites at this point.
I think they're firmly the favorites. Those dot balls just kept piling up and the pressure builds. And then you leave the other batsmen no choice but to take chances. And right now, PEI is in the situation where they have no choice but to go for it. They have to take chances here.
I'm very impressed with Nova Scotia. Overall, their bowlers have managed to pick up wickets consistently throughout this entire tournament. They have come out and shown that they are a team to reckon with, their side to reckon with, and just because they're a smaller province newer at this tournament does not mean they're not going to make you work hard for the runs.
Their bowling has been impressive. They are on target. The spinners have been impressive. Here it comes again. Delivers that just past point for a single.
The new man in for PEI, Ananda Kakri, will now take strike as Depp gets off the mark with a single, and Girdar still got one more ball left in this spell of his. Can he finish with another wicket?
Delivers. Oh, beats him. Appeal for stump out, not out to the umpire. As the wind picks up here, hopefully it's not a wind of rain. The wind has certainly changed here.
Please don't say that word, Rupert. Yesterday and the day before we've seen rain. I've been freezing at this ground as I take the sweater off. Starting to get cool again.
It changes very quickly. You're hot 1 minute, now it's the cold wind, and I'm not sure if it's a change with the rain in the forecast. I haven't even looked at the forecast, but it feels where it's hot 1 minute, now it's a cold breeze blowing through there.
Yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, there isn't supposed to be rain in the forecast. I really hope it stays that way. And in for his final over of the spell, Daksh Talwar, he's bowled beautifully, just 4 runs off of his 3 overs, and that's a flighted delivery outside off. Oh, and that would have been a spectacular catch by short extra cover. However, definitely well over him as Depp picks up 2 runs.
That's the first 2 runs that came off his bowling. And it's getting expensive.
Harsh. Oh, and look at that turn. There's certainly turn out there, and the batsman's beaten.
Look at that comeback. He doesn't need wickets.
You're absolutely right, Rupert. Doesn't need wickets at this stage. He's bowling well, and that is played out to the covers for a quick single. That brings Anand Kakri onto strike as he's yet to get off the mark.
Here he comes and he delivers a Teddy off stump, inside edge, taken by the keeper, not out.
$50 runs required off of 26 balls. Oh, Rupert, I think this is going to be next to impossible.
Here comes delivers. Oh, he missed the plot there. First close delivery down the leg side. He tried to pitch past the one. Straight down the leg side.
Yeah, he's certainly trying hard for his first wicket. He's bowled beautifully so far. That's short again on that occasion. And Kakri pulling that quite comfortably for a single and getting off the mark. 1 delivery to come in this over.
It's been a beautiful bowling display by him. I keep saying he doesn't need wickets, but his economy rate is fantastic. There he comes, delivers. Outside the off stump, popped up, but no one's there. Gives up a single. I think if the bowler can give you 4 overs and not even concede 12 runs, you can't ask for much more.
Absolutely, and this isn't a T20 where bowlers are always under the pump. He finishes his 4 overs for just 10 runs. PEI 77 for 7 after 16. 24 deliveries, 24 legal deliveries to come, and PEI require a whopping 47 runs off of that.
So PEI has lost wicket consistently, and they did manage to hit a couple of boundaries, but if they can dial up the boundary, this would be the time to do it.
We saw Nova Scotia struggling to find the boundary as well in their innings. PEI able to find it more comfortably than Nova Scotia, but unfortunately they have not been able to control the amount of dot balls
The dot balls and the loss of wickets, and we have Arun back on the bowling. He's been very effective. Here comes Arun, delivers, and it's a full shot down to mid wicket. The fielder there, keep them to a single. Once again, Arun is getting big turn. PEI looking for a boundary. Arun delivers, pitched up into his a full pitch, only a single. PEI has to take a chance.
Flighted delivery. That's an under edge. Out to square leg. Amit Joshi giving a chase. And they get 2 very comfortable runs. However, that is not going to be enough for PEI. Arun Nag bowling beautifully. He's picked up 2 wickets, 15 runs off of 3.3 overs.
They need
Looking
more
to
than
finish.
single and doubles now.
That's played very fine down leg. Keeper giving it chase. It's certainly not going to make it to the boundary. However, they're going to get a comfortable 3. A little disappointed with his running. They were slow off the mark. Looked content with 2 runs, and then they said, you know what? No, I think we could possibly make it back for the 3rd.
I think he was having some equipment issues as he's adjusting his pads. I'm making an excuse for him. But they need boundaries here.
They absolutely do. 40 runs required off of 20 balls. 2 more deliveries to come in this Arun Nag over.
They can't leave it so much longer in this to make a push. They have to give it a go. Here comes Arun. Arun delivers, and he plays forward defensive.
It's another dot ball to PEI.
They don't have this luxury of playing forward defensive at this stage of the game. PEI needs to get that run rate. Just more than 2 runs a ball. Here he comes, delivers. And once again, inside edge. It's a streaky run, but they are getting 2 runs there.
That was almost chopped on, but they do get a comfortable 2 runs at the end of this. The over from Arun Nag and his spell come to an end as he goes for 20 runs in his 4 overs with 2 wickets. PEI 46 for 7 after 17. Rupert, I was having a chat with the president of PEI Cricket yesterday, and he mentioned to me that they are actually the defending Eastern Championship winners. And I must say I'm a little surprised because I would say New Brunswick and Nova Scotia have played very, very well.
They're definitely playing well, but we have seen flashes and signs that there's a number of PEI players that we see can play very good cricket. Cricket is a game of fortune sometimes, and right now they're not fortunate. I wouldn't say I'm totally surprised that they've changed.
Yeah, they've certainly shown promise, but Nova Scotia by far the most impressive from the eastern provinces.
We have a new bowler on.
Akash Airy into the attack for his 2nd, going for 8 runs in his 1st over. It's flighted delivery full, driven out to cover, and they pick up another comfortable 2. 36 runs needed from 17 balls. They're picking up 2 runs often. However, this is still going to require some lusty blows.
You need a boundary in every over here. Here comes the bowler, delivers. Missed that ball.
Akash Airy asking the question to the umpire. However, there was definitely no bat on that.
You need to see some intent here. You need to go for the boundaries. Delivers. Just dabbed it to cover again. Ones and twos are not going to do anything.
Depp has looked good for his 26 of 24, 1-4 in that. He's done a good job anchoring this innings. He's got to now look to push on to finish strong. That's quicker through the air, and he is bowled! Cock Cockery unfortunately bowled from a faster delivery from Akash Airy. And Akash Airy picks up his first wicket. He'll be very pleased with that effort. And PEI, unfortunately, losing their 8th. Nanda Cockery is going to have to walk off 4 off of 7 deliveries. Not able to find the boundary for PEI, and PEI 89 for 8 off of 17.4. A very happy Nova Scotia side. Rupert.
At least he gave it a try. The pushing the ball around, it was too late to be pushing the ball around. He tried for the big shot and he did not connect. But you have to try for the victory. You can't just put on with a swing in the bat.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Rupert. He certainly tried his best to get the shots in. Unfortunately, the bowlers were up to the mark and have kept a very, very tight grip on the PEI batsman. The new man in, Gaganpreet Singh, has he got what PEI need?
All they need is a couple of boundaries. 2 big blows and they're right back in the game. It's not that far-fetched. That's why we can tell you the Nova Scotia coach is not looking, he's pacing with nervousness. He's not looking as excited as you think. He's standing over there, he's not smiling anymore. So even though he's beaten, but 2 big blows, and this game could be more interesting.
Yeah, very passionate, the Nova Scotia coach. Very pleased man yesterday after the win against Alberta. Akash Airy slower this time, slided, and that is defended by Gaganpreet Singh. Gaganpreet Singh does not know the target.
I don't think he knows the target because he came in and that was a nice looking for a defensive shot, but it's not what's needed right now. Here comes the bowler, delivers, and he just pushes it gently. He does not seem to know the urgency here. His team is slipping further behind.
And that brings to an end Akash Airy's second over, going for 11 runs and picking up 1 crucial wicket. PEI 89 for 8 after 18, 2 overs to go, and 35 runs needed.
PEI is actually batting like a team that's confident of their hitting ability. They're soaking up dot balls. It's almost like a team that's so confident of their hitting ability. They feel that they can take those dot balls and then give a team 90 blows. Can they do that?
Yeah, Rupert, that or just completely unaware of the target.
I'm telling you, they're batting like the West Indies right now. They don't seem to care about how many dot balls they soak up because they know a couple of big blows. Can they deliver?
The West Indies was certainly under a little bit of trouble against Bangladesh recently, too.
They have been in trouble because when those dot balls piled up and they don't seem to make those big blows, it's bad when you lose. It can look horribly bad.
Well, it's that laid-back approach, West Indian style.
The Islanders. PEI.
That is, you definitely hit that one on the nail.
The Islanders. So here we are. Am I right or am I wrong? Are they just waiting to strike some lucky blows? Here comes the Rivers. And just gently puts it the point again. Misfield once more. No run taken. There's no urgency here.
A lot of yes, no. A lot of yes, no. Unfortunately, no run off of that.
The big blows are coming.
I'm holding my breath.
Here he comes, delivers, and he missed another dot ball. Still waiting for the big blows.
Sishan Ansari into the attack for his first over. 2 dot balls to start.
Delivers.
Slided delivery, and that's picked up. There is a man coming under it. It's going to be a tough chance. Falls short, unfortunately, as they pick up 2 very good runs. Depp very quick through the wicket.
And not satisfied with my big blows. That was not a very big blow.
No, certainly not getting the distance on that occasion. But Depp is back on strike, and he is the experienced man out there. Flighted, and there's a big shout, and the umpire's finger goes up. Unfortunately for Depp, that is the end of his innings.
He went right across the line on that one, and from here you can see that the umpire didn't have much of a hesitation there.
A very, very good innings comes to an end as Depp walks back for 28 of 28 deliveries. He certainly anchored the PEI innings. However, unable to capitalize on that to take PI over the boundary. Now in the man, Sufyan Chaudhry. He was great with the ball. Can he be better with the bat? Because unfortunately, PI, this is looking very tough. 33 runs to get off just 8 deliveries.
I don't think PEI has the firepower to pull this off. Those big blows, those big cannons, just not going to fire right now.
We are down to the last wicket. They're tail enders. You know, we've seen some very funny things happen when you've got bowlers out there batting.
All you need is a couple big strikes. Can you do it? But you have to swing the bat to get those big strikes.
Hello.
You have to swing the bats to get those big strikes, right? You're blocking the ball and not swinging the bat.
That's played uppishly to the point fielder. They come in for a single and in. That would have been tight. Unfortunately, not picked up as cleanly by the bowler as he would have liked at the non-striker's end. However, no harm done.
They're taking quick singles when they're hitting big blows. They're risking the fan with quick singles instead of big blows.
Runs are unfortunately a little too many here. PI lofted through the offside. The fielder coming around, and that's going to be 2 runs.
Oh, I see the strategy. This is the danger man here on strike. They took that singles to get him on strike. This is the big hitter. They took 2. This is the big hitter. We're gonna see the big blows now.
I really like the optimism. Rupert, you have got PEI's back, and
they represent the island.
I see the island connection. After you pointed it out, it's quite obvious.
They're playing like islanders. The dot balls doesn't matter because we know the big blows are coming.
Now we are down to the final over. PEI 94 for 9 after 19. 30 runs to get. We have seen it done before.
The probability is slim, but it'll be entertaining if you can pull this off. As the bowler adjusts his field, he's actually pulling the fielders in. Surprising because it's only boundaries that's going to beat him right now. But he's pulling the fielders in.
Isn't there a margin they have to win by to get ahead of Manitoba?
Chaudhry, the man on strike to face the first delivery of this final over. Akash Eri coming in to bowl his third and what will be his last over of the game.
Delivers and left alone. Oh, it's okay. This is not island cricket. I'm sorry.
If they lose
that is very, very disappointing.
Here he comes. He delivers.
Okay, all
right.
I am hearing from the corner of my ear that if Nova Scotia is able to keep PI under 97, they go through to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Here he comes, delivers.
Quicker ball through that, and that is a fantastic catch at square leg. What a catch! And you can hear the noise, you can see the action.
It's surprising that little cheeky shot that's not going to give you a boundary to try to get the big balls.
No, and Nova Scotia, what a fantastic effort with the ball. PEI 94 all out, and with that, Nova Scotia qualify. 19.3 overs. They didn't even finish their full 20 PEI. However, we definitely have to say Nova Scotia has had a fantastic effort out there in the middle.
Yeah, Nova Scotia has done a good job with PEI. Did not give up the fight. They kept it going until the end. I was a little surprised by some of the tactics. I was hoping I would see some big blows. Didn't happen. At the end, we got close. We couldn't push on the challenge Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia certainly had some highlights in their batting. Amit Joshi, 21 of 21 with his opening partner, Rahul Vashishta, 15 of 17. Anthony Lawrence also getting into double digits, 11 of 13. Daksh Talwar, however, a very, very important 37 runs out of 30 deliveries. with everyone else chipping in here and there. The bowling for PEI, Fahad Ahmed picking up 2 wickets, 32 for 4, or off of 4, I should say, sorry. Manny Dhaliwal, 2 wickets, 4 overs, 20 runs, and a very rare maiden. Priyam Soni and Patel chipping in with a wicket each. The PEI, their batting, unfortunately, just not able to kick off the way they would have liked. Priyam Soni getting into double digits, 16 off 20. Dhaliwal 17 off 29. Deb, a little bit of glimmer of hope with 28 off 28. Unfortunately, though, everyone else in single digits and just not able to capitalize. But the bowlers, Nova Scotia's bowlers, Shadab Ahmed, expensive, however, picking up 3 crucial wickets, 24 runs off of his 3. Girdar chipping in with 2, 17 from his 4. Nag 2 off of 20. 4 overs, very well bowled for him as well. And Akash Airy, 2 wickets, 11 runs off of 2.3 overs. And Zishan Ansari also chipping in with 1 wicket, the 5 runs coming off of his over. A fantastic effort overall from Nova Scotia, and that sees them through to a win.
Nova Scotia did a good, consistent bowling display. All their bowlers contributed to even though they didn't get the pick up. Very good economy rate. So, as I mentioned before, that economy rate, you don't need to necessarily get a wicket. You're restricting the batsman anyway. With a limited overs game, if you can bowl 4 overs and only concede 10 runs, that's an effective display of spin bowling.
This is Manali and Rupert signing out. We're going to take a break before the next game here at King City. Thank you for tuning in, and see you shortly.
I have to set up another game. So
Yeah, go ahead.